for today's lesson, we're going to take a look at perimeter of composite figures. So this is lesson 2 and 4 out of your workbooks. All right, so we're still in SOL 8.10. The learning target, I can determine the perimeter of composite figures in a coordinate plane. All right, so let's take a look at this opening exercise. So it says the figure shown is composed of a square and an equilateral triangle. What is the perimeter of the figure? All right, so when we talk about an equilateral triangle, that means that all of the sides are the same. All right, so if we look here, we can see that the base of our triangle is 3 units. So since it is an equilateral triangle, and I can change that color to make it look a little bit nicer. I think that might be a little too bright. So that means that this length is 3 and this length is 3. We have our square, which is also 3 units around. All right, so looking here, we're looking at the perimeter. So we're looking at the perimeter of the entire figure. Remember this middle piece here, we do not count. Think about perimeter as putting it together a fence. So for this one, we're going to add 3 and 3. So those are the two sides of the triangle. Plus 3, plus 3, plus 3. All right, so that covers this 3, this 3, this 3, this 3, and this 3. All right, so 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 gives you 15. All right, and we'll just say units since they did not give us the units here. All right. All right, so this one, it says this figure is composed of a square and an isosceles right triangle. What is the perimeter of the figure? Round your answer to the nearest hundredth. All right, so looking at this example, we can see again that we have a square, but we have an isosceles triangle, which means that 2 of the sides are the same, but 1 of the sides are not. All right, so if we look at this, we see that we have a right triangle. So we have 3 units here. And we also have 3 units here. So we now have to determine our hypotenuse. So going back to Pythagorean theorem, we have a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So we have 3 squared plus 3 squared is equal to c squared. 9 plus 9, which is equal to c squared. 18 is equal to c squared, but we're looking for that side, taking the square root. And we get approximately 4.24 equals C. All right, so that side is going to be 4.24. All right. So looking from there, again, we're looking for the area. We're looking for the perimeter. So I'm going to put that in red. So we're looking here. That's 3 units. Here, 3 units. Here, 3 units. Here, 3 units. And then we have the 424. So we're adding 4.24 and then 3 4 times, which gives us a perimeter of 16.24. And again, we're going to just go ahead and say units because it did not give us the units. I'm trying to get better at my units. All right, so this one was similar to yesterday. So I want you to pause this video and you can reflect back on the notes from yesterday where we looked at the area of this figure. All right, so it says the figure is composed of a rectangle in a semicircle region. Use 3.14 as the approximation for pi and round your answer to the nearest hundredth. So go ahead and pause the video and I want you to try this one on your own. All right, so if we recall from yesterday, here we know that the diameter of this circle is going to be 4. All right, so we're looking at here that the radius is going to be 2, as we talked about yesterday. Therefore, this length here is going to give us 2. This length here is going to be 5.5. That's how we get the total of 7.5, which means that this length here is going to be 5.5 as well. So now we have to find the length of the semicircle, or we're talking about the circumference. So remember, circumference is pi d. All right, since we're talking about a semicircle, that's going to be 1/2 pi d, where we're using 3.14 for our half and our diameter of 4, which is going to give me approximately 6.28 for our semicircle. All right. So now we're going to add up our circumference of our semicircle plus our 5.5 plus our 5.5 plus 4, which is going to give us 21.28 units. Right? All right, so again, looking at the shape from yesterday, all right, looking at some very, very similar ones to yesterday, we see here that we have approximate perimeter of a right triangle and a semicircle. All right, so again here, we have a semicircle, so we're definitely, since we're using perimeter again, we're going to look at circumference equals 1/2 pi d. So we have 1/2 times 3.14 times our diameter of 8. So you see here that this is 4, so that means that this length here is going to be 8, which gives me approximately 12.56. Now we have to look at our triangle. So that area of a triangle, excuse me, we're looking at perimeter. I'm jumping the gun here really bad. All right, so we're looking here at perimeter, but first we have to figure out the other side. So we're going to look at a squared plus b squared equals c squared. From there, we have one of our sides is 14. The other side is 8, and we're looking for our hypotenuse. 14 squared is going to give me 196 plus 64 equals c squared. I get the square root of 260 because I'm trying to find my c squared. And I get that c is approximately equal to 16.12. All right. So now we're just going to add that up. So we have 16.12 plus 12.56 plus 14. So remember, we have to include that 14 because the 16.12 represents this side. So we're looking for the perimeter. So remember, going around the entire figure. All right. So adding that up together, we get 42.68 centimeters as our perimeter. So this one actually gave us our dimensions. All right. For the next one, again, this is very similar to yesterday. So if you need to refer back to yesterday on what we did, then you can definitely do so. All right. So we're adding up the sides of our figure because we don't have a name for this figure. So we know we have a length of 2 plus 8. We have a length of 7 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5. We now have to look for this length here. All right. So this length here is going to give us 10. And this length here is going to give us 5. All right, which gives us a total of 44 meters. And we'll explain where we got the 10 and the 5 from. So we can see here with this 5 here, we see that this is 2, which means this right here is going to leave us with 3 to get 8. And then we can see here we have 5, and taking away this 2 here from the 7, this gives us 5, which gives us 10. All right. So now I want you to pause the video and see if you can figure out the perimeter of this shape. Again, you can go back and refer to how we broke up this shape. All right, let's take a look at it. So we're adding up 4 plus 4 plus 3 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. All right. And we know that this length here is 4. And I'll draw the line here. We know that this length right here is 4 because you have the 1 here, you have the 1 there. That gives you 4, which gives you a total perimeter of 20 feet. All right. Now it is time for you to summarize what you've learned from today's lesson. As always, you're going to complete your exit ticket and then complete your problem set. Please make sure you look at the board for those.